In this video, I'm going to show how to find expected value or mean, variance, and standard deviation for probability distribution. So let's look at this example. Let X be the number of girls in 4 births. The probabilities are given in the table below. So for this probability distribution, we need to find expected value or mean, and variance, and standard deviation. So let's find mean first. Mean is also called expected value. So the formula for mean is this. Mean equals to sum of x times probability of x. So looking at this formula, we know we need x times px, which is probability of x. So now let's find sum of x times probability of x. So that is 0 times 0.0625 plus, so x times px would be 1 times 0.2500, 1 times 0.2500 plus 2 times 0.3750, 2 times 0.3750 plus 3 times 0.2500 plus 4 times 0.0625. So 0 times 0.0625 is 0 plus 1 times 0.2500 is 0.2500 plus 2 times 0.3750 is 0.7500 plus 3 times 0.2500 is 0.7500, and finally 4 times 0.0625 is 0.2500. So when we add all these numbers, we get 2. So this is mean or expected value. Now let's find variance. So there are 2 formulas for us to find variance. So we can use this or this. If we look at this formula here, we know we need x minus mean squared times probability of x. So let me make a column here on this table. So it would be x minus mean squared times probability of x. So our x for this is 0, so I'll just put 0, and our mean is 2. 0 minus 2 square times our probability of x is 0.0625. So I'll just write that down here, 0.0625. So this is equal to 0.25. 0.25. So for this one, our x is 1. 1 minus 2 square, and our probability of x is 0.2500. So this is equal to 0.25. So this one here, our x is 2, so 2 minus our mean is 2, 2 minus 2 square, and probability of x is 0.3750. So this is equal to 0. So now here x is 3, so 3 minus 2 times 0.2500, so that is equal to 0.25. Finally, the last one, it will be 4 minus 2 times 0.0625, which is equal to 0.25. So if we look at this formula here, we need to sum up all these numbers on this column. So it will be 0.25 plus 0.25 plus 0 plus 0.25 plus 0.25. So when we add all these numbers, we get 1. So using this formula, we got variance to be 1. So let me show you how to find variance using this formula here, this one. So looking at this formula here, we need x squared times px. X squared times px. So this column here would be x squared times probability of x. So here our x is 0, so x squared would be 0, and our probability of x is 0.625, 0.0625, which is equal to 0. So our x here is 1, so 1 square would be 1, and our probability of x is 0.2500. So 1 times 0.2500 is 0.2500. So here x is 2, so x squared would be 2 square, that is 4, and times 0.3750. So 4 times 0.3750 is 1.5. Our x is 3, so our x squared is 9 times 0.2500. So 9 times 0.2500 is 2.25. And finally, for this one, our x is 4, so x squared would be 16 times 0.0625, which is equal to 1. So now let's add up all these numbers. So that is 0 plus 0.2500 plus 1.5 plus 2.25 plus 1 equals to 5. So now let's plug in the value for sum of x squared times px in our formula here. So that is 5, and our mean is square, so we need the value for mean square, and our mean is 2, so the mean square becomes 2 square, which is 4, so we get 1. So if we go back and look at here, so remember we got 1 using this formula, and we also got 1 for a variance using this formula. So technically, you can use any of these formula to find variance. Now let's find standard deviation. We know standard deviation is the square root of variance. So we found the variance to be 1. So the square root of 1 is 1. So therefore, our standard deviation is 1. So on here, we just calculated mean, variance, and standard deviation using formula. So now let me show you how to find mean and standard deviation in TI calculator. So here, for us to find mean and standard deviation, first we need to enter this data in our calculator. So for that, we need to go to Stat. Now make sure your edit is highlighted, then hit enter. So for our list 1, we will enter our X values. So that would be 0, enter 1, enter 2, enter 3, enter, and 4, enter. So on our list 2, we would be entering our probabilities of X. So that would be 0.0625 for 0. For 1, our probability is 0.2500. For 2, our probability is 0.3750. For 3, our probability is 0.2500. For 4, our probability is 0.0625. So now, once we are done entering the data, we need to go to Stat, then go to Calc. Use this arrow key to go to Calc, and make sure your one variable stats is highlighted, then hit enter. So for list, since our X values are in list 1, so that's what we need here. So list 1, it's already there, so we are good. Now, when we come down to frequency list, we need list 2 over there. So for that, we need to hit second, we need to punch second, and go down here where number 2 is. That's where our list 2 is. So that gives us list 2. So now we have list 2 on our calculator. Then hit enter. So let me move my calculator here a little bit so that we can see the numbers. Now if we compare what we have on the screen of this calculator and what we found earlier using formula, so we got the same number. For mean, we got 2 using formula, and that's what we have it here. Mean equals to 2. And if we come down and here, look at here, the calculator only gives us a standard deviation. So the standard deviation is 1, and that's what we found using formula also. And for variance, once we have a standard deviation, we can easily find variance. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe our channel. We will be bringing more and more videos on variety of topics.